here at the hospital. So my job here is to come in and talk to all the kids that come in and their moms and dads, in case anyone has questions about what's happening in the hospital. Or also sometimes if you stay in the hospital a couple days, it can get a little bit boring. So we have tons of games and activities that I can bring down. So I just wanted to introduce myself. And so far, is everything going okay?
Yeah, so far I think we're adjusting.
Good. Do you have plenty to do, or have you been bored, or?
Just been here with my mom.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll think about bringing some crafts down or something to do from the community.
Okay.
What things do you like to do at home?
I like to color a lot.
Good. We have lots of crayons in the playroom. Good.
I like stickers too.
Good. I'll bring stickers and paper. We can do some collages or something.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay, that sounds good. What grade are you in, Steve?
I'm in first grade.
First grade. Wow, that's great. Good. Okay. Well, that sounds good, and I'll bring some things to do. And then one of the nurses told me that you talked to the doctor earlier about why you're here, and your sickle cell anemia and things like that. And I know that that's been kind of causing you a lot of pain lately. So the doctor wanted to do an IV because it's a really easy way for him to give you medicine for your pain, and it'll make you feel so much better. So what I'm thinking is I have some materials out in the hall, and I can show you about what an IV is and how they're going to do it so that you're prepared when they come in to do it. Would you want to look at that?
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'll go and do that, and I'll look for some stickers too, and then I'll be right back in. Hey, it's me again.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so we're going to look at the materials I have that talk about IVs. And like I said, it's just a really easy way for doctors to give you the medicine so that you're feeling better in a quicker amount of time.
Okay.
So, and some of the things are things that you might not see at home, so it's a good thing to kind of look at them so that you know what it's like and what they do. So an IV is stands for in the vein. So do you know about your veins?
The vein. I heard that before.
Yeah. So
The
your
lines?
yes, they're the blue lines. Mom has them, I bet. Yeah. All people have veins.
Lots of them.
I know. They go all around your body, and that's why the doctor uses them to give you medicine, because it gets the medicine all around your body in a quicker amount of time. So what they do, and when we talk about this, I have a doll here. There she is. You want to give her a name so we can give her an IV and show you what that looks like?
There's no face.
No, no face, but maybe when we're done, I'll bring some markers down and you can decorate her.
Yeah.
What should we name her?
How about pumpkin?
Oh, pumpkin. That's a great name. We'll have to give her a pumpkin face when we color her. Okay, that sounds good. So the first thing the nurse is going to do when she comes in to give you your IV is, have you seen the nurses wearing these? Yeah, and we know what those are for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to keep what?
To keep germs
To
away.
keep the germs away, that's right. So she's going to have her gloves on when we work with pumpkin here, and we're going to try to keep all those germs away. The first thing she's going to do is put some lotion on your arm. It's called Emla cream, and that makes it so that you can't really feel your arm that much, because she's going to be working with your arm, and it's just better to not be able to feel it. So that will be maybe a little cold when she puts it on. Then she is going to give you an alcohol wipe, and you can open that and smell it. It is wet and it's cold, and it smells. What Mom smell? Does that smell? Smells kind of strong, right? So
Cold.
and it's a strong smell because it has a chemical on it that's going to kill all the germs on your arm. It's going to make all those germs go away.
Okay.
So she's going to rub it on Pumpkin's arm. Get her arm nice and clean and rid of all the germs. And then she's going to take this stretchy band. You want to play with that?
Okay.
It is. It's exactly what it is. A big, stretchy rubber band. And what the nurse is going to do with the rubber band, we're going to do it on Pumpkin. We're going to tie it around her arm. And the reason we do that is because it makes the veins in her arms easier for the nurse to see. So when we do that, the veins are going to get even more blue. They're already blue, but we're going to make them even more blue. And it's going to be like a map for the nurse. She's going to be able to see your veins much better. And that's going to help her put the IV in. So she's going to take this little tiny straw next. You want to feel the straw?
It's gonna.
No, this is not, it's not pricky at all. It's a little bit pointed, but it's not, it doesn't hurt.
It
And it,
bends.
right, and it can bend, exactly. So this is gonna be our little straw, and that's gonna be the thing that puts the medicine in your vein. So she's gonna put it on Pumpkin's arm. She's gonna find the bluest vein that she can and put it right on top of that vein. And she wants it to stay there, so she's going to tape it. Here's my tape. Just that same tape. It's kind of like a Band-Aid. And then she is going to take a helper to help put the straw into your vein. And this part, now I forgot to tell you before, that when the nurse comes in, you and Mom can sit wherever you like. You can be on the bed, or you can be on the chair. You can sit on Mom's lap if you feel like it. It's completely up to you. So at this part, some of the kids that I've talked to before say that there's a little bit of a poke, but it goes very quickly, and then the poke comes out, and the straw stays in, and the straw does not hurt when it's in. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3, poke, and then the poke comes out, and Pumpkin has her IV in her vein. What do you think? See, nice and quick. So when you feel that poke, before you feel that poke, we could do like the 1, 2, 3 poke, or we could do some breathing if you are feeling nervous about it. Or some kids don't really feel nervous about it, and it goes so quick that it's over before, before we think. Now, did you see how still Pumpkin was staying?
Yeah.
That is a really good way to get an IV, because that is what the kid's job is for the IV. We're going to stay nice and still, okay? So once the straw is in her vein, we're going to take a Band-Aid, just like the ones you have at home, and, oh no, that's not true. I'm sorry, we're not going to put a Band-Aid on. We're going to put that tape on. We'll already be there. Yes, this medical tape, but it feels like a Band-Aid. And then the nurse will take your rubber band off. She won't need that anymore.
Can I put the tape on?
Yeah, maybe the nurse will let you. You want me to tell the nurse that that's another part of your job that you want to do?
Yeah, if you can.
I think that would be great. Yeah, she'll have a piece of tape ready for you, and you can put it right on top. I think that sounds great. The other thing, when you are, oh, you want to put it on now?
Sure.
Sure. My arm's getting tired from holding the straw. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Now, when kids have IVs, they can still play, and that's fine. What the nurse is going to want to remind you, though, is to keep, just to kind of be careful, because you don't want to knock it around. So she has this little plastic house that she's going to put over it, just to remind you. And then she has a little pillow for under your arm to remind you to just be careful. And that's where your IV is going to stay. So once the IV is in, there's a tube, and this is where all the medicine comes from the bag, through the tube, into the,
Looks like a bigger straw.
yes, exactly. The straw starts big and then it gets smaller and smaller, so it fits right in your vein. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you remember what jobs you're going to have for when the nurse comes in to give you an IV?
I have to stay very, very still.
That's right.
And put the tape on?
Yeah, you get to put the tape on, and I'll talk to the nurse about that. And then any ideas of what you want to do for the poke? Do you feel like you'll be fine for the poke, or do you want to do some breathing?
Maybe some breathing.
some breathing. So maybe the nurse can say, okay, take in a deep breath, and we'll say 1, 2, 3, poke, and then let it out. And then the poke will be gone, right?
Yeah.
That sounds great. Okay, that sounds good. So the nurse will be in here in a little bit to do that. I'm gonna go get your stickers and your crafts so that you can do that once you have the IV, and it'll be great because you can still do stickers with an IV.
I can color afterwards then?
And you can color afterwards. Yes, that sounds great. And I'll come back in and check and see how it went.
Okay.
Okay? All right, it was great to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll be back.